Hello, year 71. Nice to meet you again. Today we are doing graphing linear functions. The learning objective is to identify and graph linear equation. Okay? Today's date is the 7th of April 2022. So what we're doing today is how to identify and graph linear equation. Let me tell you what the linear equation is. Linear equation is like linear equation is like function. Remember we have done function? Okay? So the function of linear equation is usually representing a straight line. But before we graph it, we need to draw the numbers. And we need to draw the table. Remember same table that we have done yesterday? So then we're going to do that one. Okay? So let's do the first example. Can you write example 1? Right, we're going to have example 1. Right, so the first example goes, graph the linear function of y. Graph, you can write on graph the linear function of 2x plus 1. Y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, so this is the linear function. Sometimes we call the linear equation. Of course, it looks like an equation. We also call it a function. So the first step we're going to take is we need to draw the table. Okay? The first step is we need to draw the table. Remember, we have input, remember we have output, and we have the instruction of what to do. Okay, so let's start. We have x, and we have 2x plus 1, and we have output which will become y. Okay, so we're going to draw the table here. Also remember, we only need 3 points to draw the graph. So the first thing we need to do is we need to have the input of income. So input, the first number we have is minus 1. It's a negative 1. And then we have 0. And we will have just 1. And then if we want, we can add one more, which is just 2. So we need to draw this, and we need to work it out and use both in the function. This is the function machine. So let's use that. Remember what we did yesterday? We replaced the x with what? With the first number, which is negative 1. So let's do that. So we say 2, open bracket, instead of x, what should I put? Negative 1, and then plus 1. So we need to work this out. What is 2 times negative 1?
2.
It's negative 2. So we have negative 2 plus 1. What is negative 2 plus 1? Negative 1. Well done. So we have negative 1 here. Okay? Let's cut the y off there a little bit. There you go. Now we do the same thing here. We replace the 0 with the x. Huh? So we have 2. Instead of x, what do we put?
0.
0. And then plus 1. So what is 2 times 0?
0.
0. So we have 0 plus 1. What will that be?
1.
It will just be 1. You guys got that?
Yes.
Right. So now we replace the x with what?
1.
With 1. So we have 2 brackets 1 and plus 1. So what will this give us?
2 times 1 is 2.
2 times 1 is 2.
So 2 plus 1 is
Plus 1 is 3. Well done. So we have 3 here now. What about the last? Again, we have replaced the 2 with the x. So we have 2 times 2, 4 plus 1. So the output will be 5. Are you with me, girls? Good. Now, the next step we're going to take is we're going to write down the order pairs. Remember, the order pairs are the x and the y. Okay? So let's write down that. So if we add another table here and we say the order or order in pairs. Right, so we write down, those will be the numbers that we will have to put the graph. So what is x? Remember order pairs were the x and y. You have to remember the brackets and the comma. So what is x? What is x? Negative 1. And what is y? Negative 1. So we have 2 negative 1s and we have to do the bracket. That's first our order number, right? Are you with me?
Yes.
The second one, who will give me the order second one? Go ahead.
The x is equals to 0
X equals 0
and y is equals to 1.
and y equals 1. We done it. Who will give me the next one? Go ahead.
X equals 1,
X equals 1,
y equals 3.
y equals 3. And we have to put the brackets. That's order numbers, right? What about the last one? Go ahead.
X equals 2
X equals 2
and y equals 5.
and y equals 5. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Thank you very much. So now we have the order pair. All we have to do now is draw the graph. How do we do the graph now? Okay? Remember how we do the graph? Let's do it together. So we're going to do the graph here. Okay? Hopefully I will make straight lines. So we have, what do we call this line? Y-axis. And what do we call this line? X-axis. So this one is the Y-axis and this line is the X-axis. So we put the numbers. Here we start with 0. Okay, girls? And here we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's keep it up to 3. And then here we have 4, might be, okay? And on the y-axis, on the x-axis, when we reach the 0 this time, what do we have? Negative 1. Good, well done.
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Negative 3.
Negative 3.
Negative 4.
Negative 4. And so on. On the y-axis, what do we have here? 1,
2.
2,
3.
3,
4.
and 4. We can leave up to 4. Remember, those arrows represent the line will go forever. Okay? And when we pass the 0, what do we have here? Negative 1,
Negative 2.
negative 2,
Negative 3.
negative 3,
Negative 4.
and negative 4. Okay? So now, let's find out where the order pairs is. Minus 1 and minus 1. On the y and on the x-axis, where is minus 1? There.
Yes.
And where is the y-axis? Negative y-axis? There. So where do they meet? Here. So we have to put the dot here, right? Is everybody happy with that?
Yes.
Good. MashaAllah. So now let's go to the next point. Remember, we only need 3 points, but here we have 4 points, so that's much more than enough. So what is the next one? 0 and 1. Where will be 0 on the x-axis? Here. And where will be the 1 on the y-axis? Up. So where do they meet? Here. Are we happy with that?
Yes.
So we have another point there. Let's find the next one now. X-axis is 1, y-axis 3. X-axis is 1, is here. Y-axis is where? 3. There. They meet here, right?
Yes.
So we make a dot here. We make it here, right? Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Now it's already looking like a straight line, right?
Yes.
This is what we call a linear function. Linear basically means a straight line. Okay? So now, let's do the last one. 2 and 5. Where is x on 2? Here. Where is the 5 here? Up. So where do they meet? There. Sir? So there we go. So now if you look at it, it's all looking in a straight line. Then you have to line them up and draw a line. It's much better to use a ruler so you line it to be straight. Are you with me, girls?
Yes.
Good. So now we can label this actually the linear function of y equal 2x plus 1. So here y equal 2x plus 1. Does that make sense, girls? Right? Okay, so let me just quickly recap. We have, first of all, started with the table. We write down the x, which is the input. Then we write down the function where we have to multiply number and add number. And the result is the output, which is the y. Okay? When we finish this, then we write the order pairs, which is the x and the y. When we get that, then we draw that on the graph, where we always remember this is the x-axis, this line is the y-axis, and wherever the two numbers meet, we draw the line there on the dots, and then we connect it. By doing that, we have finished and draw the linear function. Is that clear? And is there any question?
No.
No. Good. So those of you who are at home or who missed the lesson, please watch this and look at it. And when you get that, I want you to use the book, the Mathematics Course 2. This is for grade 7, of course. I want you to look on page. Okay, which page are we doing? Okay, we're going to work from page 298 if you have the book. So there we go. We're going to work from this page. If you want, you can freeze it and work from that book. Okay, and if you have it, please use that. So we're going to do the first question of the exercise. So the question 1 says, graph each linear function. I want you to open page 298. Page 298. Okay? So the first question goes, graph the linear function of y equal, so we're going to put on top of here then, y equal x plus 3. So this is the next one we're going to do. Again, we do the table the same way. We multiply, we work it out, and then we get the numbers like this. Do you want to try balance this?
Yes.
Let's go for it. Okay? If you get stuck, I will help you out, but I want you to try and practice, because practice makes perfect. Any questions? Go ahead. Okay, you don't have your textbook, no problem. What about you? Okay, no problem. So we're going to start now, and then we will carry on from there. I'm going to just quickly finish this, so we will see how far we got this, yeah? Okay. Right, oh yeah, I know you want me to say this. Okay, so if you are learning or understanding what I'm explaining, please subscribe. What was the other one? Share, like, and comment if you can. Thank you very much. I will come back. Okay. Okay, girls, let's just quickly do this one. X plus 3. So we have minus 2. We have minus 2. We have 0. And we have 2. It's only. Now, minus 2, replace the x with minus 2. So we have negative 2, okay, plus 3. What is negative 2 plus 3, girls?
Minus 5.
No.
Huh?
No.
1.
1. Thank you very much. So here will be 1. Okay. Now replace the x with 0. What is 0 plus 1? So 0 plus 3. 3. Well done. So what about 2? Replace the 2 with the x. So And 1. صح. What's the other order pairs?
0 and 3.
0 and 3. Well done. And the next one?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. As simple as that. Now we draw this on our graph. So the graph will look like here. So let's write down 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Here we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. And here what do we have? -1. Yes, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So how do we connect now? Where is -2 on the x-axis and 1? Where do they meet? Here and there. So this is the meeting point. We put a little x there. Are you with me?
Yes.
Where is 0 and 3? On the x-axis 0 is here. On the y-axis 3 is here. So where do they meet? Here. Are you following that?
Yes.
And then the next one, last one, we have 2 and 5. Where is 2? 2 is here. 5 is here. So where do they meet? Up there. So now we can keep the line in a straight line. So we can draw the line here. There you go. You see, that's why I say you need to use the ruler to make your line straight. So you can label this line to be y equal x plus 3. You happy with that?
Yes.
Good. So now I have done for you the second one. I want you to start question 3, question 4, question 5, up to question 7. I want you to do up to question 7. I'm talking about page 298. So let's do that. Thank you very much. We're going to stop recording here. And hopefully, if you have any question, we will see you. You can subscribe again. Thank you.